Alrighty guys, well hey, that was just a quick demonstration of what you can do with just a very simple setup. What we've got here is just a on-budget pedal board system that I really just wanted to make something just really simple. I've got another video of all the kind of the details of like what these pedals are called. We'll have that in the description below. But what I wanted to do is take a deeper dive into this video and show you like into this gear and show you what I'm going to be using for an event that's actually coming up tomorrow. So what we have here is we've got a couple of pedals just to make life really easy for me. I've got the chromatic tuner, I've got the digital delay, and I've got the loop station. The chromatic tuner I've had for over 20 years. The digital delay probably for about 10 or 12 years, maybe even a little bit longer than that. When I use those two pedals on my electric board, but for acoustic, what I'm doing is I'm trying to keep things just really simple. So I want my signal path to be as clear as possible. This is the 810 CE Taylor. I bought this several years ago from a really great friend of mine who's a professional musician. And I have this kind of set up here. I've got the internal amplification system built into the Taylor. And then what I'm doing is I'm running directly into the tuner first. So I can actually use that as a mute switch. So if I have just a single, if I want to tune or something like that, like you won't actually hear it, it'll be muted. And then when I move from the chromatic tuner, I move to the delay, then I have this kind of slap back that kind of happens. I have a little bit greater depth on it. The pros for the DD3 is that it's pretty dead on to what you need. So when you have those knobs set up the way that you have them, they're kind of set up like that for a while. The problem is, or the con is, that you have to manually change those individual knobs. The DD3 does not have a tap tempo. So this is an old delay, and basically what I want to do is minimize the amount of tap dancing that I do. So I want to have just something very simple, and when I do something really simple with it, I just want to turn it on and turn it off. That leads me to which is next in the series here is the loop station RC1. I don't really particularly care for having to really be paying attention to what's on the board when I'm playing. I want to be able to quickly look down, and I want to be able to use my feet in such a way where I don't have to do this tap dancing thing where if I hit one pedal, I'll hit two at the same time. I've had that happen before, and it's pretty ugly, especially when you're using a loop station. So this looper, basically what it does is if you engage it one click down on the looper itself, it'll begin to record. So something very simple like, we'll just do this. So it just continues to loop. And you'll see the LED just kind of moving around and around. What I ran into was that when I'm using the loop station, it's great if I want to overdub. I'll just hit it again, and then we'll just add a chord to it. So I'll just wait till it comes around. So it just kind of keeps going. What the problem was that I was running into was I could not double tap that loop station fast enough in order to be able to play and sing and lead at the same time. So what I did was I took my daughter's sustain pedal from her keyboard and I plugged it into the stop undo quarter inch out, and when it comes around, check this out, I just hit that one time And that pedal is big enough that I don't really have to look down. I could just see, like through my peripheral vision, that it's down there. And then when I want to clear it, I just hold down the sustain pedal and the loop clears. It's perfect for what I need it for. Because I'm going to be doing this event on Friday. This event is just basically me playing and singing, leading worship at a church. And so that's my single flow in the signal path. Now you might be wondering, like, why don't I have more pedals? What I'm taking advantage of the system that I'm going to be using. The front of house engineer that I'm going to be working with, he's going to give me plenty of reverb, so I don't actually need to have a reverb pedal. He's actually going to supply me with a DI as well, so my out would go directly into a direct inbox to an XLR to the front of house. So this system is really simple, and I've been traveling before and been to venues, and I have a lot of pedals and it gets really confusing. So what I did was I just made everything just really simple. So if there's any failures, I have extra 1/4-inch cables, and I can easily just check to see if the connections are good. And using that kind of system, it works really well. I have this Lakato wireless tuner, and I use an app called Music Stand when I'm leading worship, and this allows me just to switch the pages just really easily, so flip forward or flip back, and everything is in a nice footprint for me to be able to not have to look. I can just feel around for it, even though I'm wearing shoes. So that's also a benefit too. A lot of times you practice, I would not advise this if you practice and you're using bare feet and you're using pedals. I would actually practice standing up, and I also would practice with shoes on, because more than likely you're going to be wearing shoes, and you have to be able to feel around, be able to touch those pedals, and just to make sure that you're putting the right amount of pressure on them. So the LED lights help when you engage them and when you disengage them, but you always want to make sure that you're practicing. So practice makes perfect with this stuff. The loop station is great. I actually can put an additional input, so I can have a kick drum. Now, the thing that's really cool about the loop station is that I don't have a drummer with me. There is a kick pedal that I really want from Roland, but it's a $230 kick pedal. I think it's called the SD1. Basically, you use your foot and tap, and it actually creates a kick. Well, we're just using what we've got, right? So I didn't want to have to go out to the store and buy anything new. I'm just using what I have. So that's what's the main idea of this video. And so if I want to create a percussive beat, what I'll do is I'll just kind of take the heel of my hand, or I'll take my fist, and I'll just create a percussive beat like this. Check this out. So I've got that percussive beat. Cool, right? I want to clear it. I just hold it like that, and then I want to actually get rid of the loop. Hold it like that. I hope that was helpful to you. This is going to be a really great pedal for me to use. Until then, we'll see you soon. I'll see you in the next video, and always remember to play what you feel.